This program is proudly brought to you by PNG Motors, Gazelle International Hotel, and Telecom Limited.
Guys, welcome back to another episode of Sports Scene. I am Jaylee and I'm joined by Denzel.
Yes, thank you, Jaylee. And we have an action-packed show for you tonight. Isn't that right, Jaylee?
That's right. It's a new month and we're looking forward to all the new sporting activities ahead. Okay, let's get straight into it. On tonight's show, we speak to young aspiring rugby union athlete Shalane Koppy. We have an exclusive special featuring the Kokoda Boxing Challenge, and Cricket PNG announces the PNG Under-19 Cialis team who are traveling to Indonesia next week for the World Cup qualifiers. We speak to their head coach Mahuru Dai and captain Dika Lohia.
Yes, so that's what we have for the show tonight. And let's take a look at the rugby matches results from last weekend. Starting off with the NRL Round 8 on Thursday, the Anzac Day Special. The Titans defeated the Warriors 27 points to 24. Roosters 60 defeating the Dragons 18 points. And the Storms came on top, defeating the Rabbitohs 54 points to 20. On Friday's single match, the Sea Eagles defeated the Eels 32 points to 18. And on Saturday, the Broncos defeated the West Tigers 34 points to 10. And Panthers came on top, defeating the Cowboys 26 points to 20. And on Sunday, the Knights defeated the Dolphins 18 points to 14, a close game, and the Sharks trashed the Raiders seriously 40 points to 0. And that concluded our weekend scorelines for the NRL. Moving on to the Host Plus Cup, Round 7, the Bears defeated the PNG Hunters 48 points to 24, followed by the Devils, Seagulls, Magpies, and Falcons. They all came out on top, defeating Clydesdale, Tigers, Cutters, and the Capras. And on Sunday, the Blackhawks defeated the Dolphins 28 points to 20, closing off Host Plus Cup on Sunday. Super Rugby Pacific Round 10. On Friday, the Crusaders defeated the Rebels with a big score, 39 points to 0. Chiefs defeated the Warriors 38 points to 22. And on Saturday, the Fijian Drua defeated Moana Pacifica 24 points to 17. The Brumbies and the Highlanders, they all came on top, defeating the Hurricanes and the Force. And the Blues defeated the Reds 41 points to 34, closing off rugby for the weekend. Now let's take a look at more local sporting events. A successful Kokoda Boxing Challenge on Sunday, setting the pace for our boxers' preparations for the Olympic qualifiers. More on that story on the show tonight, so stay tuned. The POM men's softball season began last weekend also, as the teams Kikila Cats and Gazelle registered their first 2 wins for the season. POM AFL is into its round 3. The West Eagles continued their winning streak after defeating defending champions Garika Bombers on Saturday. And of course, the women's Isuzu 20 smash rounds completed last weekend, and the table stands as Telecom Mudmen in first place, followed by New Guinea Assurance Kasuaris and Marinas, and Pay Better Black Bass in 4th place. The finals will be held this weekend at the Cricket HQ, Amini Park. Last but not the least, a lot of funds involved, and I'm talking about the CRU season launch last weekend. Miss Jaylee, Capital Rugby Union, what's up?
That's right. So last week, the 2024 Rugby Union season kicked off with the Capital Rugby Union hosting its season launch at the KPMG Terrace in Port Moresby. CRU President Corey Chen announced the 10 participating men's teams for this year's competition. In a groundbreaking move, CRU will launch the inaugural CRU Women's Competition in 2024, with New Power jumping on board as major sponsors. Main sponsors for the 2024 men's competition are Pepsi and Moniplus. Other cash sponsors at the launching were Steamships, TWM, Constantino Group, and XCMG. The 2024 CRU season proper kicked off last weekend and is heading into round 2 this weekend. All right, that's it for our recaps. Now, don't go anywhere. After the break, we take a look at the Kokoda Boxing Challenge that happened over the weekend.
Welcome back to Sports Scene. The Kokoda Boxing Challenge achieved great success over the weekend at the Lamana Gold Club on Sunday, testing our athletes against Australian state champions with a few from the development teams as they prepare for the Olympic qualifiers next month in Bangkok, Thailand. Let's check it out. The Kokoda Boxing Challenge is back again this year through the continued partnership between the PNG Boxing Union, Boxing Victoria and Boxing New South Wales. This is the 4th challenge since its beginning in 2016, an initiative by one of our national coaches and Kokoda track leader Peter Morrison. PNG Boxing Union President Dr. Gideon Kendino highlighted more about the event during the official launching on Thursday.
This year's event serves 3 main purposes. One, for our boxers who did well in the Pacific Games in Honiara last year have been selected to be in the Olympic qualifying event in Bangkok, which kicks off on the 22nd of May to the 3rd of June.
The qualifying boxers include Pacific Games champion and Olympian John Ume, Golden Gloves champion Alan Oaike and Kendu Steven.
Kokoda Cup Challenge provides a realistic status as to where our boxers are regionally. The Australian boxers that have come up from Boxing Victoria and Boxing New South Wales are mostly the champion boxers. So that gives us a reality check on the quality of our boxers.
A total of 14 elite boxers from Australia, 8 from Boxing Victoria and 6 from Boxing New South Wales, including New South Wales champion Henry Nabel.
Everyone that's coming up here from Australia is a state or national champion. We've got girls that have medalled at the world level. So the quality of competition that our PNG athletes are now going to put themselves against really sets them up to know where they are on the world stage.
These boxers, along with their coaches, arrived in Port Moresby on Friday, sojourning at the Lamana Hotel. The day before the event was a visit to the Bomana War Cemetery, where the athletes from both nations paid their respects to the fallen heroes, learning history as they reflect and look forward to the upcoming challenge.
Would they think that their sacrifice was worth the decisions and worth the lives we're living today? Are we making it worth that sacrifice? Would they think back and go, yep, I'm happy I gave my life away because Australia's become this place?
A learning experience and eye-opener for those present during the visit, and we had the visiting captains who share their thoughts.
It's pretty eye-opening to see how many people have actually fallen. I didn't realise that there was that many people that died on the Kokoda Trail.
Yeah, I think this just coming here is pretty, it's amazing, to see all of these men and women that have passed for our better lives. It's pretty eye-opening actually. It's amazing.
With a brief of PNG Australian history, the athletes have their eyes forward for the event coming Sunday.
I'm pretty excited now. Having a look at the venue, it's an excellent venue, and just can't wait to go in there and do my thing. So
yeah, looking forward to the fights. It's going to be it's going to be high energy, high pace. It's going to be awesome.
High energy indeed, as the Lamana Go Club roared with every punch thrown that showcased adrenaline and passion within the athletes last Sunday. The Kokoda Boxing Challenge started off with the local bouts as curtain raisers as it set the stage for the international bouts. Golibali opened up with a victory as the international bouts kicked off. Dominant performances from the visiting boxers, winning almost every match throughout the international bouts, as the crowd's energy was slowly diminishing, especially after Boxing New South Wales captain Dominic Molinaro overpowered PNG's very own Kendu Steven with class. But it wasn't until Warren Warupi made his comeback to the PNG Boxing Union, reigniting the crowd with his power-packed punches to Leo Shen. Shen won by split decision but acknowledged Warren's performance, saying Warren was a tough opponent and almost ripped his nose off. By then, the stage was set for the main bout between PNG champion John Ume against New South Wales champion Henry Nabel. The bout displayed intensity and class between the two well-decorated boxers as they exchanged determination with every punch as excitement filled the Lamana Glow Club for this well-anticipated matchup. Not up to a full 100%,
John Ume dropped after Nabel had him against the ropes, which had an effect on his existing back injury. But Ume displayed his endurance and resilience to come out on top in the end, defeating the New South Wales champion by split decision. During the conclusion, John Ume announced that this year, 2024, would be his last year for amateur boxing. The Kokoda Boxing Challenge concluded successfully, displaying the PNG Boxing Union's confidence in the selected athletes as they hope for more support from the country moving forward to the upcoming Olympic qualifiers in Thailand next month.
The hope for the future for this event is to attract more support from within PNG. These kids that you're producing are the best role models that I've seen for kids in villages all over Papua New Guinea. These kids aren't drinking, they're not smoking, they're not chewing betel nut, they're training twice a day, mixing their studies with training because they want to represent PNG and increase their lot in life. And sport and boxing in particular is that medium. So look, if the supporters out there, people want brand ambassadors, get on board, get in touch with the Amateur Boxing Union, okay? Because they're the ones that are developing the athletes here and they're the ones that are being successful overseas. There's other factions out there that are not quite as successful, but this is where the success is coming from. It's proof. They won 8 gold medals on the old saying, on the smell of an oily rag, on literally no funding. We went in and won 8 gold medals. Imagine what we could do if we had some proper support. We could get these athletes, proper preparation and proper training. They'd be an absolute powerhouse in the Pacific. And then that would filter through to the professional ranks and you'd start to see, titles being won and all sorts of things because of the building blocks. But without that support, we're gonna keep battling away doing the same old things.
A good challenge for our boxers to see where they are in their preparations for the Olympics.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was fantastic. I mean, 8 gold medals from Honiara, the Pacific Games. And yeah, we should definitely keep pushing our boxers to their max potential. Yeah. But moving on, we have more on rugby union, right?
That's right. Now, tonight we feature a young Shalane Copy, an aspiring rugby union player who is following in the footsteps of her father and brothers. Let's take a look. Meet Shalane Copy, a young, energetic female who loves her rugby.
My name's Shalane Copy. I'm from a mixed parentage of Manus, Central and Morabe. I'm 22 years of age.
Copy started playing rugby in 2018 at the tender age of 16. She played as a forward and immediately proved to be a star at the sport and was instantly recognized by national selectors.
I made my debut in 2018.
The 22-year-old made her debut as a PNG international rugby player at the national championships in Fiji that year. Shalane's involvement with the sport is through her father, who is a former rugby union player. She recalls following him to the field each weekend and watching him play.
The involvement in the sport was back then when we usually go to the field to watch our dad play. Yeah, we were those little kids who carry around balls and cones.
Apart from her father, Shalane also looks up to her older brothers, who are both rugby union players.
It's a very exciting sort of feeling, like having 3 of us in the same house playing the same sport. So like we all train together at home, then we prepare ourselves mentally and then physically. So when we go to the field, I usually have my games first. So as soon as I finish my games, I look forward to watch both of them play in the afternoons.
One of her siblings, Cassius Copy, was recently selected as a recipient for the Palm Placement Project by the CRU.
It's kind of sad for us, but also we're proud of him because it's a step in his life to another level or stage.
Shalane says her biggest achievement so far is not only representing her country, but all the little successes along the way.
I started my debut last year with the PNG Palais Sevens. Yeah. And in 2022, I captained the Harlequins women's, and we won in the finals. Yeah, so those are some of my achievements. And also graduating from Port Moresby Business College, diploma in accounting.
Her biggest challenge is time management, organizing her rugby, school, and house chores. Shalane remains grateful for her journey and is hopeful for the future.
My main plan is to just keep fit, and I would like to improve more on my game, and yes, and after that see what rugby takes me to.
Rugby union definitely running in that family. Shalane is sister to the Copy brothers. We know about cases who left as the second recipient from the Palm Placement Program. Yeah. Now, moving on, we'll take a short break, and up next, we have guests from the Under-19 women's cricket team, the CLS. Sports Scene will be right back. Welcome back. Sports Scene has more cricket for you. Now, the final list for the women's Under-19 CLS team was announced during the players' welcome reception at the Australian High Commission on Tuesday. Dika Lohia was named their captain, and Humovic is with me on the show tonight with the CLS coach, Mahuru Dai. Thank you so much for joining us on the show tonight.
Thank you for having us here.
Awesome. Now, as we know, the team will be leaving for the qualifiers in Indonesia, so let's get straight into it. First, Mahuru, tell me about the girls' preparations for these World Cup qualifiers coming up.
Yes, girls been preparing so well. It's been 2 months. We've been training with the girls, and they've been working hard on both skills and their strength and condition. So yeah, I'm pretty sure girls are ready to go to the qualifiers.
All right. Now, Dika, how about a player's perspective? What's the energy? What's the preparation like for you girls?
The energy is good with the girls, and they are all excited and to go and play in the Indonesia World Cup qualifiers. Yeah.
That's really good to hear. Awesome. Now, you were also taking part in the Isuzu Women's T20 Smash. How was that like for you?
It's a good preparation for me to prepare here and then go and play over there.
All right. Now, as the coach, have their performances, I know a number of them were also taking part in the Isuzu T20 Smash. Have their performances during the tournament influenced the selections a little bit?
We have the tournament not far from what the ISIS competition is going on, so if we do that, it's a bit late when we do selections. But otherwise, like I said, 2 months of training, we did our selection from there. During our training, we do a few center wickets along our training sessions, and before that, we had practice matches before the ISIS starts. So we did our selection from there.
All right, now that's good to hear. There is stability in the selections. Now, as a former PNG Cricket International, Barramundis regular during your time, and now coaching the young ladies, what are your thoughts on the recently announced CLS team?
Being a player and being a coach today, it's a bit different two things. As a player, yeah, and then coming to coaching duties, it's a bit different. So. I might be wrong on the selection if I do a selection. So yeah, there's a few coaches and few coaches and selectors were helping me to do the selection. Yeah, it's two different things.
Totally different grounds.
So, totally different.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Now let's go back to the Isuzu T20 Smash. Dika, what has it been like for you playing alongside the three monkeys, Ellie, Ruth, and of course your teammate in the Mudmen, Rian?
Yeah, I like playing with them, and I also learn a lot from them by looking at them, how they are doing, and also it influences us and it makes us how to play good cricket, and we're also learning new things from them. Yeah.
Now that's right. Now the Marquis put a lot on the table for you youngsters to learn, and that's really good to hear, especially as Rian, your teammate, she's been doing very well in the Isuzu T20 Smash. Now tell us, what are some of the main things that you learned from Rian?
Yeah, most things I learned from her is how she bats and how she bowls and how she feels the fielding settings. That's what I pick up from her. Few things I pick up from her, and how fielding positions that she put and placed. That's some of the things that I took from her. So when I go out there, and then I'll also do something that she do.
That's really good. Now, these young girls are definitely blessed to have this type of experience playing with them and learning from that. Yeah. I'm sure, Coach, you yourself, you're confident moving forward, yeah?
Yes. Going back to the 3 Marquis players, the coaches as well, especially me. I'm with the women's cricket, so whatever I see with them, I can retaliate to especially the junior players. But I'm pretty sure, and Lewas and CLS learn from these three girls. Yeah.
All right, that's really good. Now, is there anything else that you both would like to add on before we wrap up?
We are confident, not overconfident, but we are confident that we can play hard and win the matches and make our country proud. Yeah.
That's really good to hear. Such a pleasure to have you both on the show tonight. Thank you so much for your time and all the best. Our thoughts, prayers and blessings with you as you travel to Indonesia for the qualifiers.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Great, great. Now stay with us. We'll be right back after a quick break, and Sporting will continue on with the show, and we'll find out what's coming up this weekend. Welcome back to Sportsy. Now let's take a look at the upcoming games for the rugby that we love. Starting with the NRL. Now right now as we speak, the Rabbitohs are facing the Panthers. Now tomorrow on Friday we have the Sea Eagles who will face the Raiders, followed by the Broncos versus the Roosters. On Saturday, Bulldogs face the West Tigers, Titans go up against the Storms, Cowboys face the Dolphins, and on Sunday, Sharks will meet the Dragons to close off round 9 for NRL. The Host Plus Cup round 8, we have Clydesdale versus the Dolphins, Bears versus the Falcons, Cutters who face the Tigers, and the Capras go head-to-head against the Magpies. On Sunday, the Sea Eagles meet the WMC Eagles. Now the Jets versus the Pride, and the Blackhawks versus the PNG Hunters, which close off the Host Plus Cup for that weekend. Now Super Rugby Pacific round 11, the Hurricanes meet the Warriors, Rebels versus the Blues, and on Saturday, Moana Pacifica versus the Highlanders, Crusaders meet the Reds, Chief versus the Force, and the Brumbies meet Fijian Drua. And that sums up the weekend previews for rugby. Now in more local previews, we have the Isuzu T20 Smash Finals this weekend. The draws will be announced soon, but that's pretty much it. Most of our sports are into their regular seasons now. It's on. Miss Jaylee.
Now that's it for this weekend. Before we go, if you have a sports-related story you'd like us to cover, please contact us on 312-9229, or you can Facebook us, email us, or drop by our office at Level 2 Garden City here in Port Moresby. Okay, that's it for tonight's show. We hope you enjoyed our company.
Yes, always a pleasure to have you with us on the show every Thursday night, right here on your number one to watch.
Do join us same time, same place next week. Good night from Sports Scene.
This program was proudly brought to you by PNG Motors, Gazelle International Hotel, and Telecom Limited.